What are electric magnetic fields? Electric and magnetic fields are invisible areas of energy, also called radiation, that are produced by electricity, which is the movement of electrons or current through a wire. An electric field is produced by voltage, which is pressure used to push electrons through the wire, much like water being pushed through a pipe. As the voltage increases, the electric field increases in strength. Electric fields are measured in volts per meter. A magnetic field results from the flow of a current through wires or electrical devices and increases in strength as the current increases. The strength of a magnetic field decreases rapidly with increasing distance from its source. Magnetic fields are measured in microteslas, or millionths of a Tesla. Electric fields are produced whether or not a device is turned on, whereas magnetic fields are produced only when current is flowing, which usually requires a device to be turned on. Power lines produce magnetic fields continuously because current is always flowing through them. Electric fields are easily shielded or weakened by walls and other objects, whereas magnetic fields can pass through buildings, living things, and most other material. Electric and magnetic fields together are referred to as electromagnetic fields, or EMFs. The electric and magnetic forces in EMFs are caused by electromagnetic radiation. There are two main categories of EMFs. High-frequency EMFs, which includes X-rays and gamma rays. These EMFs are in the ionizing radiation, part of the electromagnetic spectrum, and can damage DNA or cells directly. Low to mid-frequency EMFs, which include static fields, electric or magnetic fields that do not vary with time, magnetic fields from electric power lines and appliances, radio waves, microwaves, infrared radiation, and visible light. These EMFs are in the non-ionizing radiation part of the electromagnetic spectrum and are not known to damage DNA or cells directly. Low to mid-frequency EMFs include extremely low frequencies EMFs, ELF EMFs, and radio frequency EMFs. ELF EMFs have frequencies of up to 300 cycles per second, or hertz. And radio frequency EMFs range from 3 kilohertz, or 3,000 hertz, to 300 gigahertz, 300 gigahertz, or 300 billionth hertz. Radio frequency radiation is measured in watts per meter square. There you go. Now this is Mylar, and you can do a test if you want, if you have the energy, as many of us are being attacked brutally. You get the Mylar and you put it up against your window. Some people put foil. So again, I had the Mylar in each window and was getting shot heavily in this house in Kettering. I live on Spring Hill Avenue, off of South Dixie. I put the Mylar up, and as I looked at it, I could see people. And I thought, that's strange. What is that? And it kind of would look like a Picasso painting. But then if I honed in on something, sometimes really small, in a space, I could see a face. Like on that left corner, I can see a black male. Recently, well, the last couple of years, I'd say 3 years, I began to see black people. I generally would just see white men, basically. Now I see white men, white women, I see scenes. These are still shots. And I believe the EMF weapons that they use on us create these still shots in reflective material that stay in reflective material. So even glass. I think if we just take it for a while and recover, and when you recover, collect your data and evidence and expose the rest of your community to what's happening to you, we can begin to get free. We want freedom. I want to get free. In order for us to get free, unfortunately, we have to prove what's happening to us. Once we prove what's happening to us, we can get free. We have to get the rule of law involved. That means your police department. Not all police are complicit in our murder. It is a war, but unfortunately, we have to help them protect us. We might even need military intervention, like World War II. This, to me, in my opinion, my humble opinion, we are at war. It's a global war. Your perps and your remote neural monitoring, the stalking, keeps you isolated, believing that it's not a global war. It is global. It is an attack on the planet. It is happening, and it is very real. Cry. I cried. I cried hysterically last night. I cried so hysterically I became afraid that I would go insane. I grabbed a hold of my soul and I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. All of last night, as they added new people to my remote neural monitoring, I could feel them imagining my skull was crushing as they told me to kill myself, subliminally. There you go. You remember that scene in the movie, I see people, I see dead people, they're here. All of these claims that there's ghosts. What if they were never ghosts? What if they were holograms? What if it was the military industrial complex harassing families across the planet, making them believe that there's ghosts and aliens, when in fact it was militarized weapons using electromagnetic energy. It's just a thought. Also, if you want to hear them, because you're probably getting subliminals and don't know it, sit down in front of your television and turn on static. Take out your cell phone, put it on record, place it next to you. Calmly sit there and listen to the static. You will hear them, your perps. Once you get past the fact that stupid people who are pedophiles and rapists are reading your mind, you're ahead of the game because it's happening. They're basically taking out people who've been in the penal system, who already have a criminal record. They're probably blackmailing them. In this way, they don't have to pay. You see? You imagining that there's some high-end official from the FBI sitting in an office looking at you, maybe in the beginning stages to assess what kind of program to put you in. Not now, not after 3 years, absolutely not. The longer you are attacked, the lower the people are in rank. And eventually you're going to get street level thugs. And then it's basically, they're going to try to suicide you. So hold on to your seats. Try to stay alive as long as you can. Try to accumulate as much data as you can. Try to learn as much as you can. And reach out for support from other TIs. You have no choice. We are in this together. God protect us on this journey to freedom. We will get freedom. God will give us what we need, which is freedom and justice. I want my family back. I want my life back. I want my mother back. I want my friends. I want my life. I want my arts and culture. I want to be able to travel without having to worry about terrorists following me wherever I go. I want this bullshit to end. We have to work together and we can do this. Tell people in your community you have no choice. Don't worry about being accused of being insane. The losers attacking us are pathetic. This is a coward's war. They're not interacting with us. Okay, there you go. I can see you. I can see them. There's one right there. They're small. They're small sometimes. Small little images. Think of a Picasso painting and then zoom in on something. If you think to yourself, I see a face, concentrate and look at it. It's an EMF broadcast.